culture masquerade.
Does mother know you wear it for drapes?
Home of all your pop culture needs. And we're your hosts, Aiden Munga and Brett Page.
Welcome back to the PCMR podcast. We talk about movies, TV shows, comic books, and video games. And I think this is one of the few weeks where we actually talk about all of those things.
Yeah, we usually don't. Go us.
Usually, yeah, we've covered everything we're supposed to cover. Hooray! We're doing the bare minimum of what we set out to do.
Yes, we are acceptable. We are satisfactory.
You
At
know what?
best.
We're not satisfactory though. We fucked up recording the last episode twice. So if you're wondering, hey, why wasn't there a new episode last week?
No.
Big old technical difficulties.
Well, then again, at the same time, no one was wondering.
Yeah.
No one was wondering.
That one guy in Thailand who's like, where is my new episode of PCMR podcast? I'm very disappointed.
Well, thank you, one guy in Thailand. We appreciate your listener
We're very sorry that your king died.
Wait, what?
King of Thailand died.
Oh, did he? I didn't. Oh, I've been to
Yeah.
my international focus right now has been on America and the Philippines.
Oh yeah, that guy.
Oh yeah, that guy.
Ugh. He's something. But we're not going to talk about politics
Yeah.
here. We're going to be talking about
Yeah.
that
World
comic book
news.
news. No, we've very much set out to say that this is a podcast about stuff that doesn't really matter. So that's what we're
Yeah.
going to talk about.
Not
We've
stuff
got
that
some-
matters. Real events and happenings and people dying in the street.
No, that's not what we talk about. We
No.
talk about the really important things like who was just confirmed to be in the next Avengers movie. What film is getting 5 different sequels before even the first one comes out? Who's saying, oh, I want to be in that Batman movie? What's happening with that Wolverine? What franchise just got announced to have a sequel coming out next year? Plus a bunch of trailers for upcoming comic book movies and TV shows. Plus some other geek-related stuff, video game stuff, Star
You're
Wars
stretching
stuff.
it, Aiden. You're stretching it.
Look, a lot of stuff is coming out. We're going to get right into it. Let's start with some casting news. Brett, who is one of your favorite kind of side characters from the Avengers?
Nick
1 and
Fury?
2? Go down a rank.
I don't know, Aiden. Who is my favorite side character? that's down
Your
a rank from
favorite
Nick Fury?
side character, of course, is Maria Hill,
Ah,
played
yeah,
by the
true.
delightful Kobe Smulders, who is known to TV viewers as Robin Sparkles. Is that
Robin Sparkles. Yeah, totally.
Yeah. She is confirmed to be one of the cast members returning for Avengers Infinity War. We haven't seen her since Age of
No.
Ultron, which to me seemed...
She appeared in an episode of Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D.
I feel not recently.
Oh, like way back.
Yeah, way back. But I feel like it's been ages since we saw her. I think the episode of Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. where she showed up was the one that tied into Age of Ultron. So
Yeah. Was
I
she
guess
in
that was
Age of
only,
Ultron? She wasn't
she
in Age.
was.
Oh,
Yeah,
what?
she was the one who's
Oh
just,
yeah, she was in that. She had one line.
He's fast and she's weird. Yeah, she had that
Oh.
line. She was in
yeah.
there.
Oh yeah. Okay. Yeah. I don't know. It's been a while since I've watched that one because since Civil War came out, it's just in my head.
Yeah, it's
Because
kind of like
It
moved
was
everything out
it was
the way,
bigger
so
and
like,
better than
what?
Age of Ultron. Let's be real.
It was a bit better. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, not throwing any shade here, just personal preference and shit.
That's perfectly fine. No, good. I like Maria Hill. I personally would have liked her to have done some more stuff on Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. But hey, if she wants to be in the films, good.
I would have really liked it if she became the director of S.H.I.E.L.D.
That would have been good because that would have been more like what the comics did, where I think even right now she's still director of S.H.I.E.L.D. So,
Yeah. But,
can't always get what you want.
yeah.
But if you try sometimes, you might get what you need. Which I guess in our case is Jason O'Mara.
yeah. Yeah. I was wondering how long you were going to
Patriot,
sing
whatever?
for just there.
Oh, not for that long.
yeah.
All right, I don't know. That's our first little story. Let's move on. Brett, what else you got
Before
for
we
me?
move on, I think we
Oh,
have
yeah?
lag.
Do we?
I don't know. Reply as soon as you hear this.
Right now.
Oh. Okay, it seems fine, actually.
Okay.
I know.
Well,
Things just the connection's going weird. You're going a bit robot-y at times.
Oh, no. All right. Well, you tell me about what is happening with this bloody Harry Potter whatever magic bullshit.
Fantastic.
I'm going to sneeze while you do that.
Fantastic Beasts and Where to Find Them. We all know this. We've seen the trailers and whatever. It's the next movie in the Harry Potter universe that's coming out. And apparently, this won't be the only one. Because apparently, it's going to be 5 movies. There's going to be 5 Fantastic Beasts movies. And really? Really? Do we... What? Why?
It's like... It's bad enough when something like Fantastic Four, before it even comes out, says, oh yeah, and there's going to be a Fantastic Four too. That's like, all right, calm down. We haven't even seen the first one yet. To then go like, and then this is the start of 5 more films. It's like, Jesus Christ, people. I know, like, you're pretty confident you're going to make money and that people are going to keep seeing all these dumb magic movies, but fucking keep us in a little bit of suspense. Don't be like, oh yeah, and these characters you love, they're safe for 5 films. Nothing bad's going to happen to them. Nothing they can't walk away from.
I'm like, it's a good concept for a film, but here I am thinking, like, is it a good enough concept for 5 films?
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe if they mean like 5 more films set in the Harry Potter universe, not necessarily following these characters.
Really? I thought it was just 5 Fantastic Beasts movies.
No, I'm just speculating here what I'm hoping this news means. Because it probably does just mean like 5 more films where you get to watch Eddie Redmayne run around and be like, I'm not Doctor Who, I'm Magic Man. Look at all my beasts in a box. Wah, 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 wah. Like,
yeah, like, I feel like that'd be good for 1 movie. I don't know if it'll be good for 5 movies.
yeah,
Like, if you have a run like that, you need something like Harry Potter. It was a big enough story.
It was a big old story about good versus evil, not just about a man who's like, magical pest control.
Yeah, and just the story was big enough and spectacular enough to be that many movies. But I can't see this movie being as much of a spectacle as that.
No, I don't even know what to expect from Fantastic Beasts. I'm just hoping it's good, and that I don't know. I don't even know what to expect. I'm hoping it's like not terrible. That's where my expectation level is at right now.
Yeah, the trailers don't look bad.
No, it looks fine.
And apparently a while ago,
I don't know if it's 5 films fine.
Yeah, apparently like not long ago, actually, they released a bunch of information about a bunch of the beasts in the movie.
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't pay much attention to it because I didn't really
I
care. But I saw there was videos of like,
I had my Harry Potter stage. There's other things now.
Yeah, there's too many other things.
Yeah, there's too many other things.
Superheroes and stuff.
Speaking of other things, what's the next? I have to sneeze again. You tell the next one.
Oh man, you got all sneezy real quick after
I got
our
them
trip.
sniffles, man. Yeah.
Yeah. So Anna Kendrick, you may remember like mere weeks ago she was saying, "Oh yeah, I want to be Squirrel Girl." Apparently now she wants to be Robin.
Greedy is what she wants to be.
Yeah, greedy. It's like I have no problem with her as Squirrel Girl. I have no problem with her as Robin.
But
I have a problem with her saying, "Hey, give me every role in Hollywood."
I think she just wants any like comic book role. Anytime anyone talks to people, she's just like, "Oh, all of you people are in comic book movies. I want to be in a comic book movie.
Yeah.
It looks like so much fun."
Yeah, that's where you want to be right now because they pay bucket loads.
They do. They really do.
And no, literally, they hand you the money in buckets. Like, here is your bucket load for today's work. Bucket load.
That's how it works. Yeah, bucket loads of money.
bills.
That's a correct form of counting the money. Like, how much? Oh, I got paid 2 buckets. Wow, 2 buckets. You must have performed really well or have a really good agent.
It's like how a buttload is an actual measurement. Did you read that?
No, I didn't read that. Was that an article that was floating around?
A butt is a measurement of wine.
Oh.
So a buttload could be used to describe
a lot of wine.
A lot of wine.
All right.
So
I will order a buttload of wine is a legitimate statement then.
yes, it is.
Oh, there you go.
There you go. The more you learn.
Oh,
Fun facts with Brett.
You do learn some things on this podcast.
Yeah, and I'm
learning is
not
half the
completely-
battle. G.I. Joe.
I think you mean and knowing is half the battle. Isn't that it?
No, I think I would know that, wouldn't I?
No, it's and now you know because knowing is half the battle. G.I. Joe. But I'm actually going to edit in the audio after my one there and not yours. Anyway, back on topic. Anna Kendrick, Robin, what do you think of that if it happens?
No. Like, look, that just means they're going to be doing Carrie Kelly, which means more Dark Knight and Frank Miller influences, which... Stop that! There are other goddamn writers for Batman. Stop drawing from The Dark Knight Returns. We did it with The Dark Knight Rises, done it with Batman v Superman. Now everyone is banned. Anything that happened in The Dark Knight Returns doesn't matter. Doesn't matter if it's like, we haven't done the mutants yet. Doesn't matter. No more Dark Knight Returns. You're all banned.
What are some good writers or good Batman runs you would like to see in the movies?
Scott Snyder's current run was pretty good. Take some influence from that. Ed Brubaker has done some cool stuff with Batman. Take some influence from that. The Long Halloween. Take some stuff from there. Hush. Just not Frank Miller. There are tons of other stories you can think of that I can't think of at the top of my head. Just do something else. Anything else. Hell, even if it's just like rehashing some stuff that was done in the Arkham video games. Fine. As long as it's not Frank Miller.
I would actually like to see some Arkham video game stuff in it. That'd be cool.
That'd be fine. That's fine. Like, it's a little like, oh, this is what people like at the moment. Let's do that. That's whatever. As long as it's not Frank Miller, good. Good.
Yeah. Just a PSA to say, it's not that Aiden hates Frank Miller.
I don't hate Frank Miller. I don't hate him. It's just that every Batman movie since, like, Batman Begins has all been like, and here's Batman Year One, and here's The Dark Knight Returns. Here's Batman Year One, here's The Dark Knight Returns. Just over and over and over again. It's like, fucking give me something different. I've seen that already. You've taken all the influence you can from those books. Do something different. Please.
Yes. And I will concur, because I haven't really read a lot of Batman, but I'll just agree with Aiden.
Yes. Do agree with me, because I'm correct.
It is... Yes, the gavel is down. The judge has made the decision. This metaphor didn't go very far.
Bob.
Anyway, let's move on from that and let's talk all about Logan, because now there's actually 3 things about this we're going to talk about.
Okay, Brett, you're skipping a little thing, a little bit of our comic book news.
I totally just read the list in the wrong order. Oh, I'm sorry.
You know what? You know what I really want to see from a Batman film?
What?
It's teaming up with the Mighty Morphin Power Rangers. In January of 2017, we will be graced with the privilege of reading a book that is going to be trash, but it's going to be the best kind of trash, because it's the Justice League teaming up with Power Rangers, and I could not be more excited.
Like, this is the kind of trash
this.
that you take out of the bin and there's no holes in it. It's not leaking. You take a whiff. Doesn't smell that bad. That's the kind of trash it'll be.
Yes, I'm hoping for something similar to Batman teaming up with the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, which was a current thing that happened, which apparently is really good. I haven't read it yet, but I keep hearing people go like, it's super good. So I'm hoping for that level of quality where it's like, not for like mainstream
Something
audiences.
you and your girlfriend can enjoy.
Yeah.
Because I got massively insulted by her when I didn't really like the TMNT movie.
How dare you not like the Turtles, Brett? The Turtles are life.
Ugh.
Apparently.
Just like, she'll break up with me if I don't agree.
But no, I'm super excited for this. I think it's...
Aiden,
yeah?
make heart with your hands if you're not okay. She's holding you captive.
Comedy!
Referential jokes.
Intertextuality. Whoa.
If y'all know about that shit, y'all find it funny, and I'm sorry for anyone who doesn't get that inside joke.
But no, actually, I've read like a few issues of the current like Power Rangers comic, and it's surprisingly good. I'll say that. Yeah, like
There you go.
They've kind of like they've modernized it, so like, oh, excuse me, burping all the way over there. Bulk and Skull are no longer like bullies, but they run a Power Rangers podcast.
What?
Yeah, right?
That is so what I'd do if I was a superhero.
Yeah. So it's kind of pretty kind of cool. I dig it. And they kind of like get into, I don't know, just there's a lot of good character stuff that you wouldn't expect from Power Rangers. And for someone who's like a long-time fan, this is how I remember Power Rangers in my head instead of like going back and watching it and going like, oh, this is awful. But how I remember it in my head is how the comic plays out.
You know what I want?
What do you want?
I want a comic book series
Yeah.
where there's a bunch of superheroes, but they're all like literal celebrities. And like they go on the red carpet there at all these award shows. They own mansions in the hills, like real like Kanye West Kardashians. That's what I want.
There probably is a comic book like that. Like if you look in the
my
indies, there's probably
God.
something like that. I remember there was some
I
comic
need
about
it. I need it.
the
in my
wives of superheroes. I forget what that was. It was by that crazy lady who does Beyond the Trailers. She wrote a comic book.
Okay.
Yeah. But no, there's a lot of comics like that about like celebrity superheroes as celebrity kind of a thing. I just can't think of any off the top of my head, but I'm sure there are, because I feel like I've heard that concept before and been like, oh, I'll read that one day.
It sounds like a fun concept, doesn't it?
It is kind of a fun concept. I really like the idea of like, what would I be doing if I lived in like the Power Ranger universe or the Marvel universe? It's like, oh, I'd be running a podcast. I'd be doing the exact same thing.
Yeah, about to say.
Except
there'll be no difference in our lives except
we'd be a news podcast.
Yeah, we would be a literal news podcast.
Yeah, instead of being just talking about bullshit, we'd be like, and today in news, did you hear that Iron Man punched another baby? That man needs to stop getting drunk and flying around in our Mark 45. Am I right?
You're right, Aiden.
We are terrorized by gods from the skies. Anyway, good night.
We could be killed in a second.
Yeah. The Hulk killed my father. Anyway.
Oh, my father got taken to space by the Kree.
Yeah. Wolverine stabbed my cousin. Speaking of Wolverine.
Oh, segue.
Segue.
Logan, as I accidentally tried to go before the Satan story.
Yeah. So
Let's start from the first one that came out.
all right, yeah, there was a poster released. I feel like there's been a correction made because I was just looking at the poster again and it seems like the hand has been made to look more in proportion.
Oh, so not abnormally large.
Yeah, because originally that first poster that was released, the hand looked abnormally large, which I guess kind of works because, hey, it's a mutant hand, but at the same time, I'm thinking, that's not what you intended to do. You've made an editing mistake there.
See,
yeah.
if y'all have the same one Aiden's looking at now, you might not know, but the first one, it was like a little girl's hand, and it was pretty much small enough to wrap around like one of his fingers, but it wrapped around the whole hand somehow, and
that was just
really
real
weird.
creepy.
Yeah, and I was like, that one was on billboards. You can't fix that shit.
Well, not quickly, like before people get snaps of it.
Yeah, no. Like, it's on the internet forever if you want to find it.
And then we had a title released, and now, just as we were about to record this podcast, the trailer, which was supposed to come out properly maybe after we've uploaded this podcast.
Yeah, because we were going to talk about how it's being classified. That's what we were going to talk about.
But the trailer has leaked online.
Yes.
We have both watched. It's a bootleg copy, so it's not the best version.
Aiden, has it occurred to you that we are the first? We are the first on this story.
Oh, we're the first podcast on it, definitely.
We are relevant.
Hooray! Finally!
It happened. I'm going to call my mom.
Oh, okay. So the trailer, it opens up. It's playing one of the best covers. A lot of these trailers, they do like kind of slowed down terrible covers, but this time it's a good cover. It's Johnny Cash covering 9 Inch Nails. One of Johnny Cash's best song, I think, for me. And it instantly sets a mood that like this is a different X-Men film.
Yeah.
And it feels a lot more like a Western.
Yeah, that's what they've been saying. Like Wolverine goes Western. I'm like, oh, I was so happy this entire time. Like, like I didn't expect to like it as much as I did.
No, this trailer looks like I'm not quite seeing yet how it's going to need to be rated R, but it looks like it's very character focused.
Well, I read an article just before it saying there will be a red band and there'll be a green band. So maybe this was like the green band trailer.
Yeah,
not the red
probably.
band that we watched.
But I'm really liking the tone I'm getting. Like, it looks like there's going to be a lot of character, a lot of like acting moments, a lot of talking, and that might turn some people off. Like, it looks like there's also going to be some action, obviously, and it's rated R, so there's going to be some blood and violence. But it's not going to be. Maybe it's just the tone of this trailer. It's really like, oh wow, this is all about the characters and where they fit into the universe, instead of just like, hey, here's some cool moments from comic books and hooray, you know who these people are. Wow. Like, they've actually taken their time to be like, and treat these people as people instead of just like posters to show off cool shots.
Yeah, and it's like, see, with all the acting moments we've seen in it, Hugh Jackman, Patrick Stewart, they're great character actors.
They are.
And so
good.
To see that from them, a lot more of it.
I'm down for it.
One thing I'm kind of like, though, do you think they're completely ditching the history origins of Wolverine from the X-Men Origins movie?
That movie never happened.
Yeah, because in that, they suggest that at the time of, like, now, like 2016, he's about 100 years old.
Yeah.
Because he was born, like, well before World War One in that.
No, I think that's still in there, but like how he got certain like those events didn't happen exactly like that.
Yeah, but so and how much in the future must this be for him to be actually old?
2024, I think.
So he's just so he's like what in the 2000s he just started aging normally again? What? See, that's the one thing that I'm not wrapping my mind around. How has he gotten that old suddenly?
Don't ever
when
think
he's lived
about
for 100.
I feel like the movie will explain it, like, but at the same time, don't think too deeply about the X-Men timeline. It's completely whacked.
See, at the same time, I
shit,
feel like I'm going to be one of the only ones who really cares and wants an explanation.
You will be the only one who cares about that. I just want
it's going to be one of the things
a good film.
over.
I don't care how it connects to any other X-Men film, as long as this one is good and stands on its own.
Aiden, I want continuity and I want realism.
X-Men films have already thrown out continuity. I don't care anymore. I just want the films to be good. I don't care if there's continuity. Like
this is not
Marvel,
a franchise for me.
I want continuity, but X-Men, fuck it. You guys have already fucked it all to death. You've got time travel. You could just say it's a different timeline and I'll accept it. Whatever. Every movie is a different timeline. Fine.
Yeah, I guess. Just X-Men franchise really shouldn't be one that someone who likes continuity like me should watch.
No, not at all.
It's just like, how is he aged 20 years in 20 years? If the last 100 years he aged nothing. Oh,
hey, man.
Aiden, the pain.
There's probably an explanation.
Okay. Well, I'm going to stop going on about that. So
yeah.
But yeah, no, it was a great trailer and I was so happy the whole time.
And I am so in the mood for Westerns right now. Westworld is amazing. I just watched the 3rd episode.
Yeah, same here.
So good.
Well, I watched half of it last night and half today because I totally fell asleep during it. Not because it was boring, more because I was really tired.
That's fair. But yeah, Westworld, and then this, and now the news that we're about to talk about. Boy. So Rockstar, they changed their profile picture and they released this picture that was just like kind of a red. And they changed their profile picture to being like the red Rockstar logo. And that got people talking like, what does this mean? Next thing we saw, there was a sunset and some people standing in front of that sunset. And we all started to think, oh, I know exactly what this means. Just tell me already. And it's been revealed. Red Dead Redemption 2. I'm sorry, I just peaked a lot there. I'm sorry. Red Dead Redemption 2 is coming in 2017, fall of 2017 for America, so I guess that's spring in Australia.
Yep,
so
spring.
A year from now, Red Dead Redemption 2 will be out on the PlayStation 4 and the Xbox One.
Now, let me just say, on the day that Aiden was waiting for the official announcement, we were doing a job. We were being paid to film some shit, and every time Aiden had a second,
I was checking that Twitter feed,
he was checking
that
that Twitter feed,
checking that Facebook, checking the Rockstar Facebook account. Like, come on, announce something.
Then eventually, between our first filming and our second filming, when we had a bit of a break, and we were watching Westworld, I believe, actually.
Yeah, we're watching Westworld.
And
News dropped.
I was the one who saw it, and I clicked pause, and I waited for Aiden to react, like, why'd you pause it? And I looked at him like, Red Dead Redemption. And I'm pretty sure that's all I said, and he jumped at his phone. I was so happy that I was the one who got to say it to him.
Oh, and a trailer is supposed to drop sometime tonight, so that's probably going to be after.
Oh, wow.
After we recorded the podcast. I think it's 2 a.m, so we can't record that late. But
Or can we?
nah. I'll be asleep by then. Like, I've been trying to go to sleep early and wake up early.
No, I'm pretty sure I will be as well by this point, because I'm pretty sure that trip where we had to be up early both days for the recording stuff, just it punched me into a weirdly normal sleeping pattern.
I know. It's good for
And
me.
by weirdly normal, I mean I'm going to bed at 2 a.m., which is a lot better than I have been in the last 2 years.
I've been going to bed like before midnight, waking up at 8. That's feels so weird to me.
Wow. Well,
Yeah.
even going to bed at 2 a.m. feels weird to me.
That's a pretty fucked up sleeping cycle, to be honest.
Yeah.
Goddamn.
Well, usually I would 5 a.m. That's how late I'd stay up. 5 a.m.
Jesus, no, that's not good
Yeah.
for you.
And it's like last night at like was 1:30. I was like, oh, episode 3 of Westworld. I'll put it on. That'll be fine. Then halfway through, I was like, oh fuck, I'm actually so tired. Like, I'm sleeping like a normal human.
Man, I'm so excited for this. Red Dead Redemption is one of my favorite games. I've just recently replayed it because I was like, man, I wanna experience this again. Didn't regret it at all. It was still great. The game still looks good after all these years.
When did it come out?
2010.
Wow, so
It's
6
a
years.
6-year-old game. Finally, 7 years later, because it's going to come in next year.
Yeah,
We're going to
yeah,
get
yeah.
this game. So excited, especially for like all the developments that happened in GTA 5 and how those are going to transfer over to Red Dead Redemption. My prediction is multiple characters. You'll probably get to play as multiple characters. The animals are going to be more kind of responsive. Going to be more animals, way more. Weapon wheel's going to be more intuitive. Probably going to be able to play first person. Putting that out there now. They tested it out with GTA 5 when they put it on the PS4 and the Xbox One. Pretty sure you're going to be able to play first person. I think it might be a prequel to Red Dead Redemption, probably following when John Marsden was hanging out in Bill's gang. That's my guess, maybe. Or it's going to be a completely new set of characters.
It could be a completely new set of characters.
Could be a complete-
'cause that's what GTA does pretty much.
So those are my predictions.
And
right
you think
now.
you think they're going to do the thing that GTA 5 did, where you can just switch between your characters?
Yeah, like there's probably going to be train heists where like you have to switch between characters to do certain missions. I'm just trying to think what like from GTA 5 that was different, because I think the weapon wheel was first introduced in Red Dead Redemption and then got put into GTA 5. Or like the animal stuff from Red Dead Redemption got put into GTA 5. So I'm trying to think of like what new features in GTA 5 could be put into a next Red Dead Redemption game. Definitely the character switching, and probably first person, and then probably going to be some more innovations as well added on top of that. Maybe like destructible environments, big events, like probably like larger scale events happening, larger open world. Maybe you might be able to swim. Ooh.
You couldn't swim in the first?
No, you couldn't swim, but that was fine. Like, you didn't really need to. Like,
Yeah, well, I guess there's not a lot of water in the West.
no, really, no. Yeah, probably like better Deadeye.
Yeah?
More weapons, different weapons. Faster horses. Oh, I'm excited. I'm excited. Oh, that game is so good.
Okay. Well, yeah, get excited, people, if you're excited about it. I'll probably get it. I haven't played the first, but I have to join the hype train. That's what I did with Fallout 4.
Get on the hype train.
Fallout,
Choo choo.
Fallout 4. I never played any of the previous ones, but the hype train was just the hype train was so powerful. I'm like, okay, I have to get on this one.
What's that? The train theme from Westworld, where it's like, dum 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 do 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 do. When you arrive into the Westworld, that's just what was going around in my head. I'm like, oh yes, yes,
Yeah, Westerns are making a comeback apparently.
yeah. Like, people can't talk shit about, like, oh, just superheroes, they gotta go the way of the Westerns. What? Have a resurgence and come back real strong? Take over TV and film and video games? Okay.
Yeah,
Cool.
Well, I think Westworld's doing it well because they're combining westerns and sci-fi. Anyway, we'll talk about more of that later.
Yeah, we'll talk about that in our recommendations. Like, we've got some
Recommendation.
bunch of trailers to get through, especially trailers we missed on the episode that never happened.
That was never to be.
The episode that was never to be. We've got, let's talk Iron Fist, because there was a bunch of New York Comic Con stuff that we've lost to the ages, but we've got a little bit left. Iron Fist had a trailer that came out, and it looks real good. Danny Rand is punching people. There's a hallway fight. Different this time because he has an iron fist, and they have axes, as opposed to being a bikie gang or a bunch of drug dealers or whatever the bad guys were in Luke Cage. I forget. Gun runners, I think.
Oh, gang. That was just a
Yeah,
gang.
just a gang. Just one of them gangs. Just a gang of the lads hanging out in Christmas attics.
Yeah, totally. Just the boy, one of the boys.
A couple of bevies with the boys. No, it looks good. Got some Madame Gao could be playing.
Oh, I'm looking forward to seeing more of the mystery of Madame Gao.
I'm hoping to see like a fully realized Quan Lun that's like a big old kind of magical sci-fi city.
If it's going to happen in anything, it'll happen in Iron Fist.
I'm just hoping for spectacle. Lots of spectacle, lots of magic, lots of kung fu.
Yeah. Then again, Netflix spectacle. Would you really call all the Netflix Marvel stuff so far like big spectacle series?
Yeah, there's not a lot of spectacle in them because they do try to stay like kind of grounded and street level. But Daredevil got pretty close. Like, there's that moment where you see all the ninjas climbing up the hospital walls. That's kind of spectacle.
Very true.
There's
And
some spectacle.
that
to be
bit
had.
with like the fucking weird zombie kids. That was fucking.
That was pretty out there.
That was somewhere between horror and spectacle.
But not speaking of a spectacle. Gonna move on. We're excited for Iron Fist. Definitely gonna watch that. I mean, come on, come on. We're
Marvel
we're
Netflix.
Marvel
Come on.
bitches. We're-
Yeah.
especially for the Netflix stuff.
Yeah, this might as well be the Marvel bitch podcast.
It might as well be. You know what else it might as well be? It might as well be Aiden is a Power Ranger bitch podcast because that Power Ranger teaser came out. And oh
What do you mean,
boy,
might as well be.
oh boy, am I excited for that. Oh, yes, please. Thank you, ma'am. Give it to me. I'll take it for you. Give it to me.
I wasn't as keen for this movie because at the risk of getting murdered by Aiden, I was never that into Power Rangers growing up.
Man, that's a perfectly acceptable response.
I'm glad that you've realized you're in the minority of people who
I
still
know
love the
that-
Power Rangers.
I've stopped trying to convert people to liking the things that I like. Like, I don't care if people say that Doctor Who is dumb or they don't watch it. I'm like, that's fine. All the more Doctor Who for me. I don't care. Like,
Well, Aiden, whether they watch it or not, there'll be just as much Doctor Who for you.
exactly.
It's not
I
going to
don't-
change the amount.
I don't care. I don't care what other people think. Other people can watch and care about whatever they want. That's their business. I care about what I care about. And that's bright colors, spandex, and explosions. Teens of attitude.
Yeah. I've said this before in both other recordings, but it looks like Breakfast Club meets the first Tobey Maguire Spider-Man.
Sounds like a good time to me.
That's what I'm seeing in this trailer.
With a bit of Chronicles splashed in for good measure.
Oh yeah, just a touch.
Just a smidge.
Yeah.
No, it looks good. Like, I'm not expecting Shakespeare. I'm just looking for a fun film with some neat characters and some good action sequences. It looks like there's gonna be some kung fu trickery in this film, as well as some, discovering yourself, a metaphor for being a cool teen or whatever.
Yeah. Well, I've heard that there have been complaints about this.
Mm.
So people begin complaining how in the original Power Rangers they only had their powers in their suits. But I don't
Like,
think
they're
it
taking
fucking matters.
They're taking in elements from different series, and that's fine to me.
Yeah. Like, it doesn't matter. They can change what they want to change to
Like in different
suit their
series,
narrative.
they did add things where like they had powers out of their suits. Like there was a series, SPD, where one could like see through walls, another could like see people's auras, another one was like super fast. So like they've toyed with this idea before. So for them to chuck it in here it's fine. Whatever.
How lame would having the power of seeing aura be? Like, here was a guy with super strength, and here was a guy who's super fast, and you're like, oh, I can kind of see your aura.
Well,
Like,
he also
how is that helpful? Like, it's not.
He also had kung fu powers and could summon a giant robot. So, as like a little added bonus is like, oh, and you can see people's aura. It's like, okay, that's fine. It's like when I ordered my camera and I got sent this one touch silicone stand. It only cost $1 and they just threw it in for free. And I'm like, oh, okay.
What
I can,
what is it?
It's a little thing I can like pop out and I can like make my phone stand so I can watch videos on it, and it just kind of sits there. Instead of me having to hold it, I can put it down somewhere and it stands up on an angle so I can watch it. It's a dumb little thing, but hey, if you throw it in for free, that's basically seeing people's auras to me. It's like, oh, well, I have this
but I'm
phone
thinking, like,
that can, show me any information I want, and now it has a little stand. Oh, neat.
But imagine though if your only power was seeing aura. Imagine that is like
That's a different story. If I only had this phone stand without the phone, I'd be like, what the fuck do I do with this? But I've got the phone, so I'm like, well, I can see what I do with this.
Okay.
If you're
Trying to
living
make
in a
some
world where
jokes.
monsters can hide as people and you could see someone's aura and go like, oh, that person's not a person. That's a gosh damn rubber monster thing. And you can be like, oh,
Yeah,
Power
then you
Ranger
realize it and
blaster.
they kill you.
Pow pow. Yeah,
You
exactly.
see, they're like, "Hey guys, go get him." Walks away.
Exactly. You can see someone's aura and you can do something about it. Oh god, they've got a bad aura. I'm gonna Power Ranger up and punch them right in the face. Change their attitude with a broken nose.
God. Anyway, we've spent too long on this trailer.
Exactly.
Talk
Anyway,
about-
it looks good. Looks fine. It's Breakfast Club.
Yeah. Let's talk about the Guardians of the Galaxy teaser trailer.
Ooh, ooga chaka, ooga,
Ooga
ooga,
chaka.
ooga, 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 ooga chaka. I'm in. Like this.
Yeah, more 80s
We don't get-
music. 80s. Yeah, 80s.
There's not a lot like in it. I think another like a proper trailer is coming later. But as far as
it's a
sneak
teaser.
peeks go, it was nice. We got to see some Yondu. It appears like Yondu is now like working with the Guardians of the Galaxy, which is neat. I'm happy
yeah,
about
really
that.
liked him. Well, he was a bit popular with the fans, so it makes sense to bring him back.
We got some Nebula in there. That's cool. Some neat little action sequences. Some
Yeah, not
cool
really sure what they're doing, but
cool
their
shots of
actions.
Star-Lord, and a nice little joke about from Drax and Star-Lord. So that was great. Oh, and Baby Groot. Baby
Oh,
Groot
yeah,
wearing a little
Baby Groot.
Baby Groot jacket.
I actually saw a comparison because apparently that little baby Groot thing on Rocket's shoulders
Yeah.
was like a comparison to the first movie where Rocket was on Groot's shoulders, and it's like pretty similar, like their stance and everything.
Oh, nice. That's cool.
Yeah, like directors and whatever, they think about these things
That's
because they
super
know
cute.
there's people like
No, it
are
looks
super
fun.
cute.
Like this is one of those Marvel, like Guardians of the Galaxy is one of those Marvel films that you could show to pretty much anyone. They didn't need to know anything else about what's going on in the Marvel universe. You could just be
No,
like, hey,
no.
here's a fun space movie about a talking tree and a raccoon and some other people. And they could be
Yeah.
like, oh, it's fun. And that's the vibe I'm getting from this. Fun, space, good times. I'm in.
Yeah, and characters we already know and love.
Yeah. Man, we are good at giving in-depth character analysis reviews.
Yeah, totally.
What's it look like?
Well,
It looks like a fun space time. That's what it looks like.
What does it look like? Nice.
Yeah, nice. A nice little fun space adventure, brah.
Would you like to elaborate on that? Very
Nah,
nice.
Very nice.
Nah,
Brett,
it's
you
a
know what
teaser
looks?
trailer.
You know what looks very nice? This little teaser for Legion.
I want to rant first.
Okay, go.
I want to rant.
All right, go on a rant. I'll let you rant.
Why the hell is this little promo for this geo-locked? Why has FX geo-locked their channel to keep out Australians? Do you not want us to watch your shows? Yeah, sure, we'll be getting it later on Foxtel, but it's coming here, and we want to watch your stuff. What's wrong with us? Do you not like us? What is your problem with us, FX? Why do you geo-lock your trailers? That turned from a rant to like a cry.
I'm feeling your pain. You know that how we were talking about that CW app supposedly being available everywhere?
It's not, is it?
It's not. I've tried. I was looking forward to be able to watch my shows legally,
Legally.
and I can't. They literally won't let me. I can't download the app. I can't. It's just like, oh, it's not available in your country. Well, it's like, well, fuck you then. I'll just keep stealing from you. You don't want to give me, access to your stuff? Fine. You're not going to get my time or money.
Yeah, and it's like FX. It's a whole channel. Because I remember when I was trying to watch like American Horror Story trailers, the same fucking thing was happening. It's like, come on, FX. You don't even want my money from the ad revenue from the trailers? Come on.
That's just some bullshit. Anyway, the trailer looks good though. Like the show looks weird, and I'm really just I don't know what to expect from it.
Yeah, has Aubrey Plaza in it. I didn't know that till this trailer.
Sneezy McPheezy, goddamn. No, the cast looks really cool, and there's just some really like weird artsy shots in it. It doesn't look like anything else that like X-Men has done before. I think that we're getting a lot of vibes of that from like X-Men is trying crazy different things. Like Logan looks like nothing it's ever done before. Legion looks like nothing it's ever done before. Good on you, Fox, for trying something different.
Yeah, go have fun with your stuff. Don't do the same thing over and over. Yeah, this is also just like 30-second promo trailers, so we can't get too in-depth.
There's not a lot to get in depth about. It looks neat. They definitely mentioned mutants, so it's definitely X-Men. So.
Now, Aiden, would you describe that as Nito or Nito Burrito?
I describe it as Nito Mosquito.
Ooh,
Yeah.
Nito Mosquito. That's unique.
I like to walk a different path, okay?
Well, I walk a lonely road. The only road that I have ever known. And I walk these empty streets on the boulevard of broken dreams. Are you not stopping me yet?
No, please go on. Tell me more about how you walk alone.
I don't know any more lyrics to the song.
Oh, were you quoting a song? I didn't know. See, I don't listen to music.
Yes, what is this music I speak of?
Anyway, you can tell by the way I use my walk, I'm a woman's man. Brett, there's no time to talk. Assassin's Creed!
That is the best worst segue ever. Okay. Okay. I'm okay now. Okay.
Assassin's Creed released a second trailer for this film that I forgot was coming out this year.
Is it this year?
Yeah, Christmas, man.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Like, I don't care that much, but that's cool.
Look, I really hope that this is good because Warcraft was supposed to be the good video game movie, and that wasn't quite the case. So maybe Assassin's Creed could be the good video game movie that we deserve. Finally.
See, here's the thing, though. I want to see video games getting good movie adaptations, but I've come to the point where I don't think I need it.
Yeah.
Because video games can be brilliant storytelling devices on their own accord, you know?
That's absolutely true. Like, I'm not saying I want these as like a replacement. I just think like, you know, by now, surely
Yeah.
someone must have figured out a way to make a good movie about it, like how we figured out a good way to make a good movie about books, or a good way to make a good movie about comic books. You know, it's like,
I was about to say exactly that. We're making good books and comic book movies. Why is a video game that different?
I know.
Is it just maybe like the studios aren't willing to put enough money in it? I don't know.
I'm not sure what it is. But look, this is coming from Ubisoft themselves. Michael Fassbender has been attached for a long time. He's been really pushing it. It's got a good cast. Michael Fassbender and Marion Cotillard, I think that's how you say her name. Yeah. They're really great actors. This director, he did an adaptation of Macbeth with Michael Fassbender and Marion Cotillard as Macbeth and Lady Macbeth. So it's got some good talent behind it. It's the actual video game studio doing this themselves. I mean, if this doesn't work, then there can never be a good video game movie.
Yeah, but
I don't know. That's like a big stadium, but like this is a video game movie having all of the right kind of ingredients that it would need. Having the actual people who made the game working on it, so that they're actually like saying, "Hey, you know, we're going to treat our property with respect. We're going to do it ourselves." They've gotten themselves a great director. They've gotten themselves a great cast.
Here's what I think a video game...
If they fuck this up, then they're all going to be fucked up. It can never be done.
Yeah, here's what a video game movie needs. It needs, like, most qualities that a good movie needs, for starters, but needs to be able to not as strongly relying on the source material that people who haven't played the original game can watch it and enjoy it, because that's a really important thing. If you have to have played the game to enjoy the movie, it's failed as a movie.
If intertextuality, that's my word of the day, so that's why I'm using it a bit. If intertextuality is the only way that you can enjoy a medium or like a product, then the product isn't very good.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, like, it'll always be great to have the Easter eggs and some
Easter
nods
eggs are fine.
to the
I don't
fans.
have a problem with Easter eggs. I don't have nods to source material or other properties. But if those are all your, product has to offer, then it's nothing. It might as well be this podcast.
Yeah. Well, isn't that why Warcraft wasn't great? Because it was just all relying on...
You needed to know
Easter
a lot
eggs
about World of Warcraft, which I did not. So I was sitting there going like, what the fuck is any of this mean? What's going on?
I never watched it because I heard about that. I'm like,
It's an interesting watch.
Look, I played the
it's
PC game of Warcraft before it was World of Warcraft.
I
played Frozen Throne.
It's based more on that than it is the World of Warcraft.
Well, I know Frozen Throne. This is the one I played. It was Warcraft.
I don't know if that connects to it, but it's something.
Yeah.
It did add some context for when we rewatched some of those World of Warcraft cinematic trailers, because it's like, oh, I know that name now. That means something to me. Okay. But it didn't help me with the movie.
Yeah. Anyway, so Assassin's Creed, aside from our little rants about how to make a comic book movie like video game movie like we do better. But, so what did you think of this trailer as a trailer?
As a trailer, I like it. Like, the action looks pretty good and it looks kind of practical, which is always good for me. There's a lot of stunt work going on. I'm happy with that. A surprise Michael K. Williams is an always appreciated Michael K. Williams. Anytime he pops up in anything, I'm like, oh, I'm in for a treat. I've been good and I've been rewarded. Thank you.
Thank you, Santa.
Thank you for
Movie
this nice
Santa.
dose of Michael K. Williams. I'm always happy to see Michael K. Williams. Do you know who Michael K. Williams is, Brett?
Not really.
He is the black actor with a scar across his face. He was in The Wire, Boardwalk Empire, a bunch of things. I
haven't seen either of those shows.
Oh, well, you're missing out. He is a delight and a treasure.
I'll look him up.
You should. He's also in The Night Of. He's really great in that. Once you see him, you'll recognize him. He's been in a bunch of things.
Okay. Yeah. See, I thought this trailer, it looked good. It had some good acting. It had some good action. I'm liking the premise. I'm not sure if this is what the original game was, because I've never played Assassin's Creed, but it seems like a good premise.
I'm a little worried that we're going to be spending more time in like the quotation marks present than we are in the Spanish Inquisition. I'm more interested in what's going on in the Spanish Inquisition than I am in
They're
any of the
inquiring.
sci-fi stuff. So I'm hoping that we kind of get more like ancient stuff than we do the modern stuff. But hey, maybe if the story's good and it works, then that's fine. But I want to see this and come out of it going like, wow, that was a cool sci-fi kind of history movie. I'll watch another one.
Like Westworld.
Yeah, I know I'm not going to
Make
get a
it
Westworld experience, but
Anyway, the last trailer.
what were you going to say? Make a Westworld movie or video game? There is a Westworld movie. I don't know what you're going to say.
No, so make it a Westworld.
Oh, make it a
Like,
Westworld. Yeah, make everything a Westworld.
Yeah. So anyway, let's go on to the last.
I was going to say,
trailer
like,
of the
yeah,
day.
if you want a Westworld game, man, just play Red Dead Redemption. That's the Westworld experience right there.
Okay.
Or if you want a Westworld movie, there's literally a Westworld movie.
Yeah, have you actually seen the Westworld?
I
movie
haven't
though?
seen it, but I've heard people who've like gone back and watched it that apparently it holds up. It's pretty good, so I might
Isn't
check it out.
Harrison Ford in it?
No, it's Yul Brynner
Oh, because I saw a
from
clip
Magnificent Seven.
from it. Okay,
Yeah.
I saw a clip from it. And I was like, and it was just for a second. I'm like, is that Harrison Ford? It looks so much like Harrison Ford.
No, not him.
Yeah. Anywho, last trailer of the day, Aiden.
Oh, we got to be talking about that Star Wars.
Star Wars.
Nothing but Star Wars, nothing but Star Wars, Star Wars. Star Wars. I remember Star Wars.
What are we making South Park now?
Yeah.
Anyway, yes, new Rogue One trailer. I was quite reluctant to watch this. 'Cause I'm like, because I'm like, I don't want it to spoil the whole movie
It does
for me
give
like
away
lot
a
of second
few
trailers
little,
do.
a little bit of spoilers, but I know I'm going to enjoy this. Like,
Yeah.
it's got some
I was
quality
hap-
Mendo, lots of Mendo action.
Mhm.
Ooh, I love me some Mendo. He's blowing up. He's doing real great in America, and I'm proud. He's a great Australian talent. Good on you, Mendo.
Yeah, go Mendo. Anyway, what did you think of this trailer?
It's good. Got some Mendo. Got some Mads Mikkelsen. Got some Darth Vader. Got some hope.
Oh yeah, and yeah, got some hope. They talked a lot about hope.
A lot about hope. A lot about rebellion. The action looks great. We got some X-wings in space, which is great. I love me some X-wing action in space. It just looks like this could be my favorite Star Wars movie, which
Wow.
yeah,
Wow.
it could be. Like, it's got all the right ingredients. Like, it's
Like even better than like freaking
Empire.
Empire. I was like, it's. I blanked for the second. I'm like, what strikes back? I knew what strikes back. I'm
Empire
like,
Strikes
shit.
Back. Maybe. I don't know. Like, I could come out of this movie and be like, it was just okay. But I'm just, it's got all the right elements there to be something different, something cool.
Isn't Empire like one of your favorite movies of all time?
It
Didn't
is.
that make
It
your
is.
list?
It is. It's up there. It's like in my top 10.
Wow. So you think this could be a top 10 movie for you?
Maybe.
Maybe.
I'll have to watch it. Actually, no. You're
It's
right.
a big call.
It's a big call.
Because I think the magnificence of a top 10 movie
Yeah.
is that you don't go in expecting it'll be a top 10 movie.
That is the magnificence of a top 10 movie. You're absolutely correct there.
And like, if I could erase anything from my mind, it would be my favorite movies. So I could experience watching them again for the first time.
Man, I wish I could watch Lord of the Rings again for the first time.
I just wish I could watch all of
I feel like
Star
I
Wars
quote
again
Lord of
for
the Rings at least once a week.
I don't doubt that.
Much to the annoyment of my girlfriend who has yet to see them. And it always ends up with me just like quoting Lord of the Rings and then her staring at me blankly and me going like, God damn it, watch Lord of the Rings so you get all my references. And she's like, sometimes I think you're just weird, but you're just quoting Lord of the Rings at me, aren't you? I'm like, yeah, like, this explains so much.
It's a little column A, a little column B.
Yeah.
I actually made a great Lord of the Rings quote at work a while
Oh,
back.
nice.
I showed up and I was like, my boss makes a finger, even if someone is like 1 minute late.
Yeah.
She'll jokingly say, "You're late." And so I was like 1 minute late, and she's like, "You're late, Brett." And just without hesitation, I'm just like, A wizard is never late.
Frodo Baggins.
Nor is he early.
He arrives
He arrives precisely when he needs to.
Good.
She
Good use.
appreciated it because she's a Lord of the Rings fan.
Good. Good use. I approve of this use. It is approved.
Yep, it's approved by the board. Roll it out.
Roll it out. Just like this trailer. Man, December 15th, excited. We're going to see it. We're going to watch it. Going to
Yeah.
talk about it. That's a given.
Midnight premiere. Midnight premiere.
Midnight premiere.
Midnight premiere.
Midnight premiere. All right,
We
let's
need to
get
do a
into...
midnight premiere together. We've never gone to one together yet.
Ooh, next year. Next year we'll do that.
Yeah.
All right, recommendations. What Westworld.
Recommendation.
Watch Westworld. Watch it. Watch it all. So good.
Yeah, we watched.
I'm
first
finally
2
caught up.
episodes together.
I
Yeah.
was behind. I finally caught up. I've watched the first 3 episodes. Loving it to bits.
Yeah. Here's one thing I want to say because a lot of people have been comparing it to Game of Thrones. Don't know why.
No,
maybe it's because HBO. Maybe because it's great. But because I was looking at first, I'm like, I don't need another Game of Thrones. I've got Game of Thrones.
Yeah.
But then I watched it. I'm like, okay, this isn't Game of Thrones.
No, this is something
so just to
completely
put it out
different.
there for anyone who's like me for a second, I'm like, I don't need a new Game of Thrones. It is not Game of Thrones.
No, but it's good. It
is great.
it's
Even
real good. I don't know where it's going, and that's a surprise to me. Like every time, so it's a western, but it's also a sci-fi, and it's a mystery. It's corporate. It's a corporate thriller. It's a philosophical debate about the nature of man. It's good.
yeah, and talking about like robots and consciousness and like where is the line and stuff like that. And
When do human rights start? You know, like when
Yeah.
does something become so human that it starts having rights? Just so good. Just all
yeah,
good
and you
stuff.
can tell it's this. You don't really know too much where it's going, but you know it's just going to keep exploring that idea of consciousness and when it's conscious enough to be called a human and whatever. So, real
I'm
good.
I'm super excited. That's pretty much all we have to recommend. Besides, like I've been
'Cause-
keeping up with Flash and Arrow. Flash is good. They introduced Jessie Quick. She's got the speed. That's
I just
pretty
want to
good.
say,
Yeah.
episode 3 so much better than 1 and 2
Yeah.
because Barry stopped being
Stopped fucking with the timeline.
Stop fucking with the timeline, Barry. God damn it.
Arrow's been pretty good. I think I'm enjoying Arrow more than I am Flash at the moment. But Flash is it might be coming back around to it because I love me some superpowers. Looking forward to episode of Legends of Tomorrow.
And I just want to say that I like that they actually have a non-speedster enemy for Flash this season.
Yes.
It seems.
Oh, finally. Jesus. Just constantly fighting like, we're fighting Reverse Flash and then Zoom. And it's like, well, finally now it's someone different doing
Alchemy, who looks real scary, to be honest.
His mask kind of looks like a little Fallout, suit. Like what's one of those Fallout, there's power suits, what they're called. What are they
Power
called?
armor.
Power armor, yeah. It looks kind of like that, except he's wearing a cloak. But no, it's cool. Who do you think
looks
Alchemy will turn out to be at this stage?
Oh, it'll be someone he knows.
Yeah, it's always someone he knows. Like, oh no, not betrayed by this person.
Wait, who's new?
I feel like it's probably too obvious that it's going to be Tom Felton because that's like, it was Draco Malfoy. I bloody knew it. But
I'm about to say it'll be Malfoy.
no, I think it'll be someone, and it will be a surprise, maybe.
Yeah, but
Probably
I
haven't been
like
introduced to them yet. I bet.
Yeah, but I'm liking the idea of it though because Flash, in a lot of times, has been episodic.
Yeah.
As in, like it'll be very like villain of the week, and each season they found a new way to do your villain of the week.
I don't mind villain of the week as long as there's also a nice King long form story going on.
Well, see, I feel that's what Flash does better than Arrow.
Yeah.
Where Arrow just has the one main arc, which gets really stretched out and boring at times because there's too many episodes in its season. While Flash, it has the episodic stuff, the villain of the week, while having the bigger arc building underneath.
Wow, what a shocker.
comes
The
to-
show about the guy who runs really fast is better at taking its time.
Yeah, that is a bit of a juxtaposition.
Ooh, there you go. Speaking
love
of
that
time,
word.
oh, that's a good word. Juxtaposition. That's like so overused in English class. Like whenever I found a way, it's like, oh, well, this juxtaposes with like, ooh, got to use. A little
I
bit
never
of-
used to know what juxtaposition meant,
I was-
and people would use it, and I wouldn't know what it meant.
And now you're just like,
Like it's one of those
oh.
words that even if you Google define it, you still don't really get it. You know?
You just have to experience it, and then you're like, oh, juxtaposition.
Yeah. It's just like that's all you want to use for a while. Like, oh, it's juxtaposition. Wee wee.
That's what people listen to podcasts for. Just two idiots making random noises. Yeah, that's what I'm in this for. Ugh. Bad French
Ew.
accents. What was I gonna talk about? Legends of Tomorrow. Did I say I'm already excited for Justice Society? I am.
Oh yeah, I haven't started that yet, but I need to.
Man,
Yeah.
it's a good premiere. Some good action sequences. Great action
Yeah.
sequences. Sarah just like traveling through time and hitting on ladies is amazing. I
Yes.
love that she's become kind of like the Captain Jack Harkness, but for Legends of Tomorrow, which is just like every time period she goes into. Like, there's a part where she's in Salem and they're about to burn her as a witch, and she's just smiling away, and they're like, "You have corrupted our women." And it's like, oh no, they asked to be corrupted. And winks at one of the ladies. She's like, oh, and she's like, yes.
Yep, I love that.
It's like, yeah. I was like, you have screwed all our women. Yeah, I did. Ha ha. I was like, oh, you go, Sarah. You fucking.
Okay, okay, I'm gonna download that as soon as we're done.
It's so fun. It's a fun time.
Yeah, actually, I already downloaded episode 1. I did that last night.
I don't know. I
Yeah,
haven't really
basically, I've
watched
just been watching all these new shows because I have so many episodes a week now. It's just I'm completely stagnant on Orange is the New Black. I'm completely stagnant on Orphan Black. It's just because every week I've got new Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., American Horror Story, Flash, Arrow, now Legends of Tomorrow, and soon Walking
Tis the
Dead.
season. Tis the season for shows, bro.
Tis the season to watch TV shows.
La 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 la. And on that note, if you want to talk to us about anything we've talked about on here, you can find us on Facebook, facebook.com/PCMR podcast. We're also on,
Update there a lot.
yes, we're also on Instagram at PCMR podcast. I post the pictures and stuff, so whenever
Aiden has a mad hashtag game.
whenever there's like a new, like I posted like just recently that new Guardians of the Galaxy teaser poster, the Jesse Quick costume. You find that on our Instagram. It's a good place to go for that. Also, we have our Twitter at PCMR Podcast. Also have our own personal Twitter accounts. I'm at Aiden's Vlog, AIDANSVLOG.
I'm at MeMan125. Tweet me for Tweety stuff.
Yeah. We also have an email, PCMRpodcast@gmail.com. It's another good place to contact us. Not the best place to contact us. Unless you're a business, then yes,
We don't-
email us.
Yeah, business email there. But if you want to talk to us about anything, we don't check there enough.
Yeah,
And-
check out Twitter and Facebook. That's if you want a casual conversation, go there.
But if all these links are too much for you and you can't remember them all, it's okay. Neither can I. That's why he does it. Go to PCMRpodcast.net. That's one I remember, and it's one you can remember.
One
Just
and
go
done.
there. Everything's there. Everything's there. You got links to everything you could possibly need a link for that we have.
Plus, that's where our audio gets posted. But if you don't want to visit a website to go get your audio, you're like,
Who visits
I
websites
don't want to visit
anymore?
some random website. I want to go to the places I usually go, like iTunes or YouTube. Well, we're on iTunes. Go there, subscribe.
And
Our
YouTube.
episode will come to you. Yes, and we're also on YouTube. Just type in PCMR Podcast, find us, subscribe there as well. We'll come to you. We'll go to where you are, man.
Yes, and we're very soon, within like 2 weeks, going to be uploading actual videos there again.
Oh, yes. Well, it's getting close. We're going to do it.
Yes. Gonna start up round 2 because round 1 failed because we were busy.
Whoa.
We're busy boys.
Busy boys. Busy boys having bevs. Bevies with the boys. Man, oh,
Yeah, busy boys having beds with the boys on a beach.
just one more recommendation thing.
Alliteration.
That Auntie Donna podcast. It's a good time. Check that out. They're funny boys.
Yeah,
Funny boys having a funny time.
Funny. I'm trying to rhyme, but all I can think with the funny boys with funny toys.
Got a bloody time and a bloody podcast. I got I don't know. I can't do their accents. Oh, accents. Their voices. Anyway, I'm tired. It's late. I'm gonna go to bed and wake up to a fresh Red Dead Redemption 2 trailer, and I'll post that for you on the Facebooks. We can all discuss it there and have a good time. And
Why did you just send me a beer emoji?
did I?
Just now, 11:43 p.m.
Oh well, I'm tired. All right, let's all go to bed. Unless you're listening to this while you're driving, then don't fall asleep. Get to where you need to go. Stay awake. Stay woke, man. Stay woke.
Stay woke. So we'll leave you. Stay woke.
Stay woke.